Hi guys, hello, Rainby here. And there's no reason in particular why I'm sitting right now in a week, except that I really like it and I haven't worn it for a long time, so here I am, and today we're gonna play the game. Another LGBT femme/girl love game that looks pretty interesting and impressive. Yesterday I just downloaded it and opened to see is it good enough, and whoa! From the first minutes it really attracted my attention, and that's why now I want to check it with you guys, because whoa! And the design is really well, and the music and whoa, just everything is so well put together. And the game is called Libertad. And this is another game about a servant and a master, I guess, because one of the girls is a slave. And this is such a touchy topic because I'm absolutely okay with servant-master relationships and subordinate and boss relationships, I guess, but slavery is it's really touchy subject. I sometimes find this topic in fan fiction, and people make it seems like, oh, it's so lovely, it's such a nice opportunity for romance to blossom, but most of the fics are like really fucked up, and all those stories, I don't know why people think that it's so cool when someone just brainwash a human being to a thought that he's worthless and is nothing but a thing that anyone can use, and that's so messed up. I mean, yeah. So let's talk about what I see now in this game. It looks really nice. The sound is so amazingly beautiful, and these white dots that are floating in the air. Oh, this is so cute. And this is a silhouette of two main characters. Also, you know, I kinda bored of yuri games about scared girlfriends or something with a pretty silly plot. So when I find something really interesting and like super well made, I'm like, whoa, I need to check it. I seriously need to check it because it's so good. So start. But this is gonna be a real roller coaster because the beginning is already so fucked up. And here's our slave. just a little further. While breathing so hard that I thought I would collapse at any moment, I pushed myself to continue running straight ahead. My legs were about to give out and my heartbeat was loud. I urgently needed to rest, but I knew I could afford no such luxury. I had come too far to give up now. If I were caught at this point, I would surely be killed, if not worse. Quickly, after her! Don't let her escape! Yes, I know! Catch the little rat before she escapes! Oh, I'll make sure that little bitch gets what's coming to her! Nobody escapes from my clutches that easily, and when I catch her, Shut up and focus, you idiot! She ran through here! I continued to run as quickly as my legs would carry me. Though starving and sleep-deprived, there was enough adrenaline pumping through my body for me to run far away from this dreadful city, and at that moment, that was exactly what I needed to do. If I could escape from this city and make my way to Libertad, then I would finally be free. Gotcha! What? One of the pursuers suddenly ran out in front of me. I turned around to flee in the opposite direction, but the moment I did, two more men stood in my way. Like a witch in a barrel, huh? You did well to make it this far, little girl. Looking at you, nobody would ever suspect that you had to continue to cut a guard's throat and loot his corpse. You'd have my prize, were it not a friend of mine who you chose to slay. It is a pity. one of my pursuers began to advance on me. No, please, no more! Oh, shush! Such a pitiful display! It does not see the beauty such as yourself. If you quieten down, perhaps I'll reward you one last time, huh? Wouldn't you like to enjoy your final moments of life? Stop! Keep your filthy hands off me! Phil, she's a fighter, I tell ya! Shut up and call ya! I'm going first! Oh, great way to ruin the mood, you blabbering fools! But never mind, there's no romance to be had in an alley like this anyway. Now then, what do you say, girl? Care to make this easy and take your clothes off without a fuss? I cradled my torso in my arms as I backed up against the wall. I'd rather die! That can certainly be arranged. But first, you two, stand back. I'm going to show this girl how to treat her owner right. The most talkative of the three men reached out and grabbed my wrist. I tried to pull away, but he was far too strong, and even if I did manage to break free, I was unarmed and surrounded. My bid for freedom was over. Why? Why does it have to be this way? Why must I continue to suffer while evil men like these are allowed to do as they please? If this world is truly so rotten, maybe I'd be better off. I closed my eyes as I awaited the inevitable. And this is so... this game only began and it's already touched two pretty serious topics like slavery and women's rape. I was so pissed at school once we talk about some stuff like, I don't know, a prison, etc. And our boys were like, oh, it's so unfair that a boy can go into prison, he would be raped, that's so unfair. But when one of our girls just asked about, and how is it fair that there is a women rape and it's more common that men, the boys were like, so they were born to be accommodated to this? And we were like sitting and, what the hell are you talking even about? Like, what the hell? It's a society normality to think about women rape as a normal thing to do, and that's so weird. All the stories about this, etc., not respecting women at all, that's so awful. If I was about to die anyway, there was no reason to struggle. One more moment of suffering and humiliation would make no difference. For better or worse, I had sealed my resolve and prepared myself for whatever might come next. Huh? I slowly opened my eyes as the grip on my arm loosened, accompanying the sound of something hitting the ground. The sight that awaited me was one of unexpected yet welcome carnage. Laying on the ground before me were the corpses of my pursuers, each laying in pools of their own blood, and fell without a sound. What? What on earth? Startled, my eyes darted around as I tried to make sense of the sight before me. 3 men had been killed in an instant, and standing beside their corpses was a woman. Armed with a sword and shield, a strong woman, undoubtedly a warrior, glared at the 3 men fiercely. I could see no sign of sympathy or remorse in her eyes. To her, the 3 men she had just slain were nothing more than feral animals whom nobody would miss. And at that moment, well, they were. I knew exactly what I needed to do. Please, please, take me to Libertad. The woman removed her eyes from the corpses at her feet and glanced my way. Not even a word of thanks? My apologies. You have my deepest thanks for saving my life. Please, it may be rude of me to say this, but slaves are bound, and I... Stop right there. The woman thrust out her palm and gestured for me to stop. Do not misunderstand. I killed those three not because you required assistance, but merely on a whim. I am no paragon of justice. I do not help those in need without reason. Then I pulled out the gold coins I had stolen from the guards I killed during my initial escape. Here, take it all. It's all yours. In return, please, take me to Libertad. The woman took the gold coins from me and briefly inspected them. This is quite a sizable amount. Far more than someone like you should be carrying. Still, I must end my involvement here. But why? As I said, my intention was not but a whim. This conversation is over. If you wish to reach Libertad, you'd best get going. Returning the gold coins to me, the woman turned around and began to walk away. You can't be serious! If that's how it's going to be, then why did you save me at all? Pardon? I would have been dead by now if you hadn't saved me. My suffering would have finally ended. I could have been free of this miserable life. Now, thanks to you, I'm still here, living in fear of what I have no control over. If you won't help me, the least you could do is finish me off. What a farce! I just saved your life. Be grateful. Grateful for what? All you did was postpone the inevitable. More slavers will come. I'll be caught again in no time. And I'll be right back where I started. I could feel tears falling in the corners of my eyes. Looking down the corpses beneath me, I felt a sense of both regret and envy. How stupid! I should have known I couldn't make it out alive. I thought that if I just kept running all by myself, then maybe I alone could escape. But it's just not possible. Even if I escape from this city, I'll be captured again in no time. I returned my gaze to the woman in front of me. So take responsibility and kill me right now. And don't you dare run away. Finish what you started, you coward. Cowards? Me? To claim that I am the one running away. You really do want me to kill you. But why? Through what logic have you reached these absurd conclusions? I save you, therefore I must kill you? I intervene. Therefore, this is my responsibility? I do not understand you in the slightest. Despite her words, the woman readied her sword. Be that as it may, if death is truly what you wish for, then... Huh? Stopping mid-sentence, the warrior suddenly averted her gaze. She appeared to focus on something unseen, then quickly grabbed my hand and pulled me off to the side. Hey! What are you? Shoo! With my mouth covered by the savior's hand, after she sheathed her sword, I silently watched as a few figures passed us by. Stopping only briefly to inspect their fallen comrades, the familiar faces of my captors quickly passed us by. Nod. My accomplice nodded to the side, then led me by the hand without saying a word. Once we had escaped from the slums and reached the busy marketplace, my hand was released. You weren't kidding! Those slavers are more possessive than I thought. Girl, what is your name? My name? I'm Ada. Ada, huh? Very well, Ada. My name is Martha, and henceforth I shall be accompanying you to Libertad. You will? But why? I thought you were against the idea. Confronted by her earlier assertion, Martha looked away. It's just a whim. All right, I won't press you for an answer. Well then, I guess I'll be in your care, Martha. I look up at my new companion with a smile on my face. Seeing that, Martha quickly walks off. Save it for when we arrive at Libertad. Oh, she's so nice. The characters are so good. After purchasing provisions for our journey and a cloak with which I could hide my appearance, Martha and I set off. We left the city and began heading towards Libertad, leading us into a forest on the outskirts of town. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm so annoyed by these things, so let me just do these. Oh yeah, it looks ridiculous, but I like it. Our trip was predominantly filled with silence, but after walking through the forest a while, I could bite my tongue no longer. Sir Martha? Just Martha is fine. Understood. Martha then. Forgive me if this is a foolish question, but wouldn't we be better off traveling via the highway? The path here is harsh on the foot. In fact, there's hardly a patch at all. That's why you need to use it, because maybe the soldiers won't be hidden this way. What a foolish question! Mother shook her head and continued to walk without pause. Have you forgotten the position that you're in? We're being chased. Furthermore, we're on foot. Were we to take the highway, house-mounted pursuers will follow rapidly from behind. We would be trapped and surrounded not by mere slavers, but by hired assassins, professional killers, in the face of whom I could not ensure your survival. I wish to avoid such a needless and risky fight. This is why we are taking this path instead. Compared to the highway, the ground is uneven, the rocks are covered with moss, and the drop is steep. This path is impossible to traverse by horse and perilous by foot. I see. So it's dangerous, but it will buy us time. I understand. I breathed a sigh of relief as I looked around and confirmed our surroundings. Surely enough, the trails which made our path difficult to walk would ultimately work in our favor. If we could find our way through the forest, we would be in the clear, if only temporarily. Don't feel at ease just yet. Although we may have gotten a head start on our pursuers, slavers are not our only enemy here. What do you mean? It's just us out here, right? Mother shook her head. In the forest like this, there are bound to be monsters. Whoa, monsters now? Why would you? Come on, that's not fair. So monsters. Well, that's gonna be really interesting. Moments after informing me of this fact, Martha held her arm out to her side and stopped walking. Oh, this is so interesting. It's not one of those, silly visual novels that is just simply tons of words without changing any picture. Oh, this is so cool. I peered into the clearing up ahead and spotted the creatures similar in appearance to decrepit humans. Their heads were oddly shaped, and their limbs were similar in length to those of a child. In the dark of night, they could easily sneak into the city and pretend to be humans. What are those things? Goblins. Well done. Goblins! That's what goblins look like. I have heard tales of goblins as a child, but this is the first time I've seen one of these creatures in the flesh. Surprisingly similar to children in appearance, are they not? By their skin color and misshapen heads, of course. Judging by the horns slung around the waist of one of the goblins, it would appear they are scouts. I took a closer look at the goblins. As Martha mentioned, one of them was carrying a horn at its wrist, presumably so it could alert its comrades, if anything perhaps. Why would goblin be scouting around here? It's hard to say. Maybe they're keeping a lookout for invaders. Maybe they're searching for a village to plunder. Either way, the only good goblin is a dead goblin. Signaling for me to stay put, Martha slowly walked towards the goblins. Creeping stealthily, Martha pulled out a throwing knife from behind her head and took aim. She carefully lined up her throw while inching closer. Even while concentrating on the target, Martha watched her feet, making certain not to make a sound. Finally, in a single moment, too quick for me to follow, the knife left Martha's hand. Hiya! After nailing the horn-carrying goblin with her first throw, Marta jumped out and took advantage of the other goblin's surprise. You know, I kinda want for this story to have different endings, but I kinda don't, because I'm more into it while it's like a movie right now, and it would be so sad if I won't get the best I can from this story. She quickly unhad her swan and stabbed one of the remaining goblins in the throat, then rushed towards the final target. Oh! How pathetic! The final goblin drew the blade at its hip and began swinging wildly. Mata easily blocked the poor goblin's swordplay with her shield and then proceeded to whack the goblin in the head. Staggering from the impact, the goblin fell to the ground. Mata immediately seized the opportunity to draw wide upward arc with her blade, then swung down with tremendous force. Without an ounce of resistance, the goblin's skull was split in half. Wow, that's brutal, but I like it. After swinging her blade through the air a few times to remove the blood, Marta casually walked back over to my side. Aren't you scared already, little girl? Amazing! You really are strong, Marta. Those goblins never stood a chance. Oh, please! Feeling a goblin or two is not an accomplishment worthy of prize. So now I understand why she left her by her side. We would be like, oh, you're so cute, you're so amazing, oh, I'm such a big fan. We're like John to Sherlock, yeah? I would not dare call myself an adventurer if I could consider goblins to be worthy adversaries. Be that as it may. Marta walked over to the goblins once more as something caught her eye. She picked up the blade of the horn-carrying goblin and inspected the hilt. A knight's crest! How pitiful to be slain by mad goblins! Here! Marta handed me the knight's blade. This is yours now. Don't befall the same fate as it previous to honors. A blade? For me, but I've not trained in the art of swordsmanship. I wouldn't know the first thing about wielding a blade. It's easy. Swing, slide, stab. You'll figure it out. You make it sound so easy. The basics, sir. I'm not asking you to become a master swordsman, you know. Yes, but... Bah, just take the damn thing. You'll know what to do with it when the time comes. Okay, I understand. And guys, I think this is all the time I had for this episode, so it's gonna be it. We'll definitely continue this game in the next part, so bye, and I'll see you next time. And as always, you can click on my image right now and subscribe to this channel, and also check some of my previous videos out. Bye!